Now, after 1 month of searching and 1 month of investigation, Bill Weber and his car have yet to be found, leaving family members and law enforcement baffled and in desperate need of the public's help. Flooding has made the search difficult in recent weeks. Finding the car is the key to finding Mr. Weber.
And he is coming out.
Let's go find Bill.
There is no official rule book that can prepare you for what to do if your loved one goes missing. And when the agencies and resources that are in charge of missing persons come up short, that's where I come in. I'm Doug Bishop, and I specialize in search and recovery. Through my career, I have conducted hundreds of fatal recoveries, and I've solved dozens of cold cases, bringing much needed answers to families all across our country. So if this is your first time watching my channel, thank you for tuning in, and make sure you hit that subscribe button. You're going to hear directly from family when they first contacted me about Mr. Weber's case. We're also going to be teaming up with very good friends of mine, Jacob and Lindsay with Chaos Divers. Plus, make sure you stick around until the end, where we will be interviewing Aaron Tennant, the owner of Cantrell's Towing, who helped make this recovery possible. Let's get to it. This is Doug.
Hi, Doug. Sorry. I accidentally hit the wrong button.
No worries, no worries. I'm very sorry for what you and your family and just the entire community is going through in regards to this. The biggest thing right now at this point is if you could just give me what you know, what you think, and I can just take it from there, just as far as, you know, digesting that information.
William is 92 years old, and you know, he used to like to take a drive down by the river. So with the river being high around here, the Rock River, we don't know if maybe he got himself into some trouble.
Mm-hmm.
We don't really know. And they have searched some of the Mississippi River, but it's trying to get them to do anything. You know, it's like, you know, basically there's so much water around here, it's like trying to find a needle in a haystack. But, you know, we just need closure. And, you know, we feel like he might be in the water because his car hasn't showed up anywhere. It's not been found on any of the flock cameras. And he only had about a third of a tank of gas. So he's not going very far. And even when he was driving prior to his fall, mm-hmm. he had his circle that he would, you know, stay within.
And what is that?
So, you know, when he was driving, he would just go to the gas station and get his paper and go to the restaurant that he would eat at or over to the grocery store. And then there would be days that he would drive down towards the river. He had a little route that he would drive past John Deere down by the river, both the Mississippi and the Rock River, and then he would drive back home. Okay.
And what about cell phone?
Nope. Yeah, so he had no cell phone, and the car was a 2012, and OnStar purged any records that they would have had in cars prior to 2015.
Yeah.
So unless he had service on his car, there was no way to OnStar it.
What about financial activity?
Nothing. So, I mean, there's just nothing. It's like he just vanished. Being at night, he hadn't even driven at night in over 13 years.
Oh, wow.
And he had a regiment, you know, I eat breakfast at home on this day. I go to the restaurant on this day. You know, I am at home having my shot and beer by 6:15 p.m. every day. I'm not, you know, he had a regiment. And so for him to get up in the middle of the night and just take off, he either sensed that he was getting ready to die and he didn't want anybody to find him, or he just wasn't in his right mind and got out there and...
It was an accident. Yeah.
Yeah, and it was something, he got himself into some kind of trouble that, you know, that we're unaware of, you know.
Right.
But,
and no license plate reader activity or anything. Everything's just completely dark.
Nothing. Dark, yep. As dark as it gets.
I'm very sorry. I really am.
I know. It's
I know.
so puzzling. You know, it's like, how does a 92-year-old man get out there and just get lost?
Yeah, and there's no preparation anybody can do for anything like this. So I know it can be frustrating, and the biggest thing is that you guys all have to be very uniquely patient but persistent. Do not give up. Spreading awareness is the number one key in any missing persons case, especially one that is just 2 months old. Because somebody out there could possibly know something. Somebody out there could have seen something, and awareness is just key, just because you never know. I'm not far, and I think within a few hours I can be in that area. It's Memorial Day, and I don't know. It's on my heart as well as something else I just can't even explain. That is just like, I need to be there. I need to be searching, and I'll be there later today, and I'll do everything that I can within my power and what I specialize in trying to help you bring him home.
He's a Bronze Star Purple Heart recipient, and it's very disheartening.
As well as I have some resources in the area as well down there that I can bring in, and I will get on the horn as I'm driving and see what I can do to make things happen. And the very minimum, what I can do is tell you exactly where he's not, and that's a huge success when you can just know where he's not. In any missing persons case, it's a process of elimination. So yeah, fingers crossed, and I'll do what I can do, and I don't know what those results are going to be, but I can promise you that I'll give it my all. Okay. All right. Yeah, I'm gonna get things ready here, pack up, and head that way. Should only take a couple hours, and I will probably when I get there, I'm just gonna go right to it. So I'll be out pretty much nonstop from the second I get there.
All right. Well, we appreciate it, and just keep in touch, and I'll get you some information.
I will. Bye-bye.
Okay. Thank
Bye-bye.
you.
Yep. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Let's go find Bill.
I'm ready to go. So I'm driving 2 hours south. We're heading to East Moline, Illinois. We're gonna look for 92-year-old veteran William Weber, who's been missing for about a month now. And yeah, it's Memorial Day weekend. He gave his life for this country. The least I can do is get my night to probably go down here and rescue his soul and heal his family so they don't have to worry about it and all that stuff. Least I can do is drive a couple hours and search all night. That's what it's about. You got to be willing to put in the work to get the results that nobody else has been able to do. And I'm in the area, so why not? Absolutely, why not? I can be a service to the community, the family, to his soul, and East Moline Police Department. See what we come up with. Getting down here to the first ramp of the night. You just see how dark it is. I'm pretty much city center, and we have one. You can see two back there, three, four lights. Hold on, let me count them right now. We got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 regular lights that should be on that aren't on. Pitch black out here right now. Look, and that's the ramp right there. Full moon up there. Almost full moon. Was yesterday. Ramp. Not looking good already. Sometimes you can just literally like smell it out. William Weber, also known as Bill. He liked to be called Bill. Bill was from here in East Moline, Illinois. He actually retired from the Alcoa plant where he worked 43 years just on the other side of the Mississippi River, which we're on right now. He's a Purple Heart recipient from the Korean War. Yesterday was Memorial Day, and he's been missing for almost 2 months. His family knows nothing. He used a walker to get around. His walker is also disappeared with him along with his vehicle. He needs several different medications, which he did not have with him. No cell phone activity, no financial activity, no license plate readers outside of this area at all. And also, no one at his apartment complex, the Fox Point apartment complex, saw anything. So there's no surveillance anywhere of him. Bill, literally vanished without a trace. No sign, no nothing. There's been numerous searches by the state team, DNR, local police department does not actually have any resources, so they have to call in DNR and other agencies. There's been numerous nonprofit organizations that have been here, as well as YouTubers that have been here trying to locate Bill and or his vehicle in either the Mississippi River or the Rock River. East Moline is sort of like a peninsula, if you can imagine, which I'm sure we'll put up as I'm talking. Mississippi runs down the north side of East Moline, and that separates Iowa and Illinois. On the south side of the peninsula, the Rock River runs underneath that. From talking with family, we know that Bill loved to take drives to see the Mississippi River as well as the Rock River. This was something that he did on a regular basis. However, about a month ago, he suffered a knee injury and he wasn't able to get around. So the fact that he's missing with his walker is kind of puzzling the family because of his state of his leg, his mobility, and the fact that he got, I believe it was up steps and out of the apartment with no help at all. So there's a lot of questioning going on with why did he disappear? What happened to Bill? He loved the John Deere tractor plant in town as well. So he liked to take drives down to see the John Deere tractor, which East Moline is the capital of John Deere, which is heartland, farming at its best. The heart of what puts the food on our table is John Deere, and he loved that company. So he liked coming down here, seeing that. We're on the Mississippi River. Right now we're at Empire Park, which is just up. It sits on the line of Hampton and East Moline. And we already know there's multiple vehicles out here in the Mississippi River, so we're gonna do some identifying on them and go from there. Yeah, we're gonna find them today. That's what it takes. Even though a lot of other teams have been here and done it, it takes a certain level of technology awareness, knowledge, and just overall capability. And that's the difference between getting results and not getting results.
We kind of reverted our schedule to meet up with Doug because Doug has been in New Jersey doing some great things, and I appreciate you coming with. And
yeah, it's teamwork.
It's always a good team when Doug's here, and we're all ready to, try to bring some lost loved ones home.
Fine.
I'll go ahead and. All right, so there is a vehicle here that hasn't been here for a very long time at all. We have a truck by the boat ramp. We also have this. I'll show you guys what this looks like. I'll try to see if I can get just right over it. And then there it is right there.
So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go down, I'm going to take that magnet line, we're going to do away with that because it's
secure.
Yeah, it makes everything else, a lot of risk factors by it being unstable.
Yeah.
Tie that to the car. That way, no matter what we decide to do after that point, that line is a hard working line that's not coming off that car. And yeah, so I'm gonna come back up once I do that and grab this.
I'll give you those.
And then I'll go right back down and do it, rig whatever I can get to.
Okay.
Current is ripping, so hopefully I can get to a wheel.
Okay.
It's that serious down there. It looks calm up here, but it's not.
Oh, trust me, I was in the same deal in
Mighty Mississippi.
Yeah.
But one way or another, we'll get it.
It's coming out.
Yeah,
Okay.
it's coming up. And then on his particular vehicle, he has kind of a 5-star rim, which there's a lot of space in between his rims for the ring slim.
Yep.
Versus, you know, a hubcap wheel there's nothing to go through. We're not going to be fighting with suspension components or none of that type of stuff.
Okay.
So that, you know, and this car is still structurally sound, so a wheel would definitely get us over to where we need to go.
At
Then
least
we can
out of this
re-rig.
current.
Yeah, as long as we can get it out of the main channel, closer to the shore, we can do whatever we want to after that point. And it's literally really easy to manage. Right now, what we're about to do is the most dangerous, and also there's just more difficulty with this particular part of what we're doing right now. You know, we already know there's nothing, even though there's another vehicle right downstream from this vehicle, it's completely buried. Yeah, and it's not going to snag me up or anything like that. The biggest danger right now is going to be all the trees and stuff flowing, and so forth. But keep an eye out for stuff floating, hitting the lines, because once that line is on there, if anything hits that line, we're at the mercy of wherever that tree takes that line and me with it.
Again, you do have probably about 15 foot of line, and it's about 11 to 12 foot deep right there. So you'd have a little bit extra, but you should be able to follow it and get down quick.
Got it? Good? If you want to radio to them, we're almost ready for the diver to go in the water.
Sure.
Good. Need anything from me?
Prayer.
Done. You got this.
Prayer.
You're good.
You're a beast.
Moment of silence.
I got all the confidence in the world.
Yeah, I mean, I may have done this a couple times, but I'll make it happen.
Every time's different, though.
Every
time.
You're directly lined up
The
and
most
anchored.
notorious river in America.
You're
What do you say?
You're lined up and anchored.
And anchored?
And anchored. Like, we're
Are
not
you
going
anchored?
anywhere.
So that puts
okay,
you within
nice.
5 feet, but it's got a,
Positioning?
yeah.
Motor's off.
Nice.
We're lined up. Go off the left side. You're going to go straight to it. I gave you enough time to get your composure.
It's just the wind. The wind's going this way, so it's blowing the end of the back of the boat that way because of the flags.
I was just making sure if we had enough.
Yeah, that's going to
Leeway.
take you forward again. It's keeping us where we're supposed to.
You're a beast.
No,
You want something to drink before you go down?
nope. I'll drink some water down there.
I hope not. Does the top button turn that on? You're good? It's on.
Good to go.
Whenever you're ready, I'm ready.
Ready?
Yep, go your way.
Ready? Watch for trees.
Anchor mode. So he is on the vehicle right now. He's hooking up a line, a dedicated line, so we can anchor onto it.
Williams could be driving a silver Chevy Malibu with an Illinois veteran Purple Heart license plate and plate number 2610
It is verified. Good job, Doug. So what do we got? Is it on there?
It's on there good.
It's on there good, so I can anchor to it now.
The driver's side window is down, and he's coming out. I got it moved to the driver's side so that we can figure out how to secure the window. It's either we secure the window, which I don't have much faith in. We're gonna have to figure that out because we can't lose him in this current. He's not gonna float again. It's already been 2 months. but he's right there.
How far out is he?
I pushed him back in as much as I could. You have to understand the level of, yeah.
It's bad.
Yeah.
The current here is really, really pushy, so Doug was able to at least say no vehicle damage, nothing major, and he was able to identify it with the Korean War sticker on the back of it. We are going to be the ones who remove the vehicle. We have Cantrell's Towing. They're going to be the tow company today. Doug and Aaron have gone over everything as far as their plan of attack on how we're going to get everything out, the tools, the ropes, things like that Doug's going to be using to connect to the vehicle, get it pulled in safely and securely to shore. Again, the current here is, while it may not look bad, it's not great at all. The fire department is going to be upriver from us, ensuring that no boat traffic comes through here. DNR is going to put in, and they're going to be downriver, again, ensuring that nothing comes through here. We are in kind of this little canal, right on the other side of this island right over here is more of the main channel of the Mississippi. So while this is a little bit better than being out in the main channel, it's still not ideal. So Doug definitely has his work cut out for him today. I have absolutely no doubts that he can do it. Jacob is going to be dressed out as well in the event that Doug needs some kind of help. I'll be on the boat. We do have the radios and everything connected with the police department, so that way we can stay in contact with everybody. If anything arises, we can get it taken care of right away. So right now, everybody's just getting everything in place. We're waiting for the fire department and the DNR to get their boats here, get those in the water so they can get staged in their areas. From there, Doug will get on the boat with us. We'll go out. We'll be able to anchor lock right in the area that we need to be. Once Doug feels comfortable with everything, we'll grab the tow line, get it out, and bring William home to his family. And not be out this hard.
He also said it's about 6 foot higher. That would mean this would be underwater.
That's what I'm saying.
Bad spot for that screw.
Oh, I know, right?
Flip his
I got
pieces.
it, I got it.
Got it. Your solar light is on red.
We're good to go. Okay.
Why don't you get up?
Got it. Oops, Jacob. This over here.
Anchor.
Okay, good. Yeah.
We're good.
Grab that rope so it doesn't all follow him in.
Yep. Alright, I'm slow feeding him this rope. When he gets it on there, he'll pull on this line and then I'll anchor to the boat.
He's got himself in one spot, so he should be working on it. Bubbles are steady.
That makes sense. So I pushed him more into the vehicle. The seatbelt was in its natural resting place, not secure. So I pushed him as far in as I could. And then I took that seatbelt and then I basically tied it to the steering wheel, which there's a barrier now. He's not coming through that.
Yeah, you got the straps in there.
Right,
Okay.
right. And the other windows are intact, so I have the driver's side wheel rigged. So we'll get that as far as we can out of this current, and it should be fine.
All right.
Yeah.
Good job.
That's good.
Yeah. So right now, all we need to do is figure out how far this line is going to make it, and then compensate with the wrecker's cable, which will be really easy. Now that we just need to keep a buoy on this line that we have.
We got one
that way,
on.
if we lose it, we just go and get it.
Yep.
All right, so we're gonna feed this line all the way to the tow truck. Yep. Okay. Yeah. Oh, geez. We're talking about how to rig this up. We got the buoy here with the line. Oh yeah, that's a good one, isn't it? He did that so easily. A lot of experience, right? Okay.
So what we're doing now is this line from the yellow buoy down to the white buoy, we're going to remove it. Doug is going to connect that hook directly to that line where the white buoy is hanging. He's going to connect those two together, and then that way we can get rid of this line and they can continue to pull in with their other line. Then that frees up their other one that's attached there. So what they're doing now is they are lowering this boom so that way Doug has access to that line, can get that tow hook up onto there. Doug is in a relatively safe location as far as he's not directly in line with it, it's just off to the side of him. But again, he's gonna connect those two. We want to take off enough tension that he can get it without taking too much tension off the car. So Doug and Cantrell's have great communication going on right now. Again, letting that line out just enough so that Doug can slip that tow hook into that line. That other line can be completely taken off. And then we have a new pull point without having to go back down on the car and rehook right now.
You need me to bring that other hook out to you?
So again, Doug is making his way out there. They're going to pull in that line a little bit more. Doug's going to re-secure both of those front wheels. He wants to get it up as much as he possibly can before he secures those. That way he can have a little better idea of what he's working with, where he's securing it to.
loaded up and headed in.
We are following two developing stories tonight out of East Moline and Davenport. Good evening, I'm Sharon DeReek. Around noon today, a nonprofit dive group contacted East Moline police after they found a vehicle with a body inside underwater at Empire Park. The family of 92-year-old William Weber, who has been missing since March, says the car belonged to him. Police Chief Jeff Ramsey says United Search Corps had been in the Quad Cities area since yesterday, searching the waterways for Weber. A detective with the East Moline Police Department says they have been working with other local, state, and federal agencies to find Weber for months.
William Weber, he liked to be called Bill. He was definitely a creature of habit. Every day at 6:15, he ate a dill pickle, drank a Miller Lite, a shot of brandy. So, in honor of his memory, we're gonna pour all that out for him today. Right where we found him, in the Mississippi River. Tribute to Bill. Where should we search next? Do you have a case you want me to look into? If so, I want to hear from you.
Heavy equipment need hauled or lifted? Cantrell's can. Semi in a ditch and need a tow quick? Cantrell's can. Car broke down and need a tow? Cantrell's can. For anything that needs to be towed, hauled, or lifted, while some can't, Cantrell's can.
Your name, your title of the company?
Aaron Tennant, owner of Cantrell's Towing and Recovery. We are based in Cologne, Illinois. We service Western Illinois and Eastern Iowa. We specialize in heavy recovery, semis that are rolled over, off-road recoveries, tractors, ag equipment, construction equipment, and we get the pleasure of doing some stuff in the mighty Mississippi River, which divides Illinois and Iowa right here. So Cantrell's has been in business since the 1950s. I acquired Cantrell's a little over 5 years ago, and we've grown it since then. We still have two of the original owners, two of the sons of the founder still work for us every day. But we've been able to grow the company and pour some kerosene on that growth, and it's been a lot of fun watching it blow up. We have Fred's Towing as well on the Iowa side. Fred's Towing has been around again since the 1950s. We acquired it last August. And they've got a catchy little jingle, Car Dead, Call Fred.
Nice.
Anyone growing up in the community remembers the commercials. Car Dead, Call Fred, 391-9666. I grew up knowing the phone number.
We'll have to find that jingle.
Yeah, there's some commercials on that we run.
Yeah.
And that's fun. So ironically, I was at the boat ramp. our local bus service runs a water taxi on the Mississippi River, connecting Iowa and Illinois. And one of the units had some mechanical issues, so it had to be pulled out of the water. So I happened to be at the ramp and saw the divers, got back over to unload the water taxi, the boat, the Channel Cat, and got a call that we had a water rescue, the same spot I was just at. So took my little truck and switched it out for the big rotator, headed back over, and that was when we got to meet Doug and the rest of the team and understand really what was going on and have that impact of what was happening. We knew it was a crime scene, a potential crime scene, but didn't know what was going on or what we'd be pulling up. And the gravity of that, the weight we really felt once we got there with the equipment and got to talk to Doug and team. So the recovery, all the recoveries are always a challenge from a safety perspective and just understanding what we're doing, why we're doing it, and quite frankly, not knowing what we're up against. The car is 12 feet underwater. Doug dove down to see it, to find it, but I had not seen or laid eyes on the car, so I didn't know how it was sitting. We knew we were gonna have to pull, and it's a real game of trust at that point. I'm trusting what the divers are telling me. I'm telling them, or I'm trusting what they're telling me from a speed aspect when I'm winching it in, doing all that kind of stuff because I can't see what I don't know underwater. So we really have to connect, we have to communicate, and then just start pulling. And when we pull it up, we always like to bring them up, stand them up, let everything drain out of the car. And then unfortunately in this one, I guess fortunately and unfortunately, fortunately the missing person was found. Unfortunately, he had perished, and that is never fun. That's stuff that I don't like to see. It's part of what we do, but I really enjoy towing, I enjoy recovery work, but I don't enjoy that part, seeing what we're bringing up at that point. Yeah, it always, when we get the lines out and we get that positive connection to the casualty, and we first start winching in. So we take the tension off our lines, or we put tension on our lines, and we get taut to what we're pulling. And that's always a little bit of a nervous point for me, because you don't know what it's gonna do. Are we gonna start pulling, and are we stuck on something? The wire rope gonna start stretching, the rope that the diver's hooked up gonna start stretching. You don't know that until you just start easing into your winches and hoping that the car is going to do what we expect and what we want it to do. Turn around, come underneath the current, let the current come under it a little bit, start floating so we can pull it easy. But it gets a little tense when we first start, or you don't, as you're coming in, you don't ever want to let your guard down because you don't know if you're going to hit a rock, another vehicle, a log, or something like that. And that's where things can go awry. Yeah, I think anytime we can bring the casualty up, get it out of the water, that's a success. Nobody got hurt. Nobody in the recovery team got hurt. Everyone was safe, and we brought it up. Mission accomplished. To me, that's always a success when we can go home knowing that we've done our mission and hopefully help somebody. Yeah, so I gotta be honest, I was a little taken aback when we got there. I had saw your trailer and truck sitting there because it was kind of in my way when I was gonna pull the Channel Cat out a little bit. I had to move a cone. But when we got back over there, I thought we'd be working with our local dive team that we usually work with on recoveries that are more local. Didn't recognize the boat or any of the divers. Got to meet you, understand what was going on. Still didn't quite understand the gravity of what we were up against, right? After now going through the recovery, hoping that the family got the closure they were looking for, and then really understanding what you do on a national level, that impact was really overwhelming. I've been talking to a lot of my friends, acquaintances, coworkers. I didn't realize how many people are watching and knew about this. I'm a little embarrassed I didn't. I apologize for that, but it's kind of neat. It's really overwhelming to think about what is going on out there. I said we've worked with dive teams, and we do, and they're great. What the divers are doing is so dangerous that to just pick up and go all over the country, man, I just can't imagine that, because our local divers know the river, but you've got to know every river, every body of water all around, and what could come up or what could be around the next corner. The currents are awful. The undertow is crazy. You know, we were just downriver from Lock and Dam 14, I believe. Yeah, I think 14 or 15. I believe it was 14. You know, so there's a lot of water moving right in that little area that we were at. Scary. I wouldn't let my kids play around there. I come from the trucking industry. Sold my trucking company, acquired a towing company, and learned that, started playing with the tow trucks and really liked it. But to be frank, we in the towing industry just don't have the best reputation around. Our drivers sometimes are not known to be the cleanest, the most approachable, the most polite, and I think there's something that we need to do to change that. I hope we've accomplished that at Cantrell's and Fred's Towing, and we've got a good group of guys. But again, a lot of people sometimes look at us as maybe second-class citizens. We're the janitors that go out on the highway and clean up the mess. But there's a lot of really cool people in the industry. There's a lot of people that care, that want to do better, that want to clean it up. And then taking that, listening to your story about how you pulled the first car up, stumbled upon a body in one, and then just took that and ran with it. Man, that's exciting. And now all over the country doing that, there's a lot of good that can come from being a tow truck driver. I wouldn't be scared to tell my kids that they can go into the towing industry, because if they're passionate about it, they can make the most of it. Yeah, the Quad Cities is a group of a lot of cities, not necessarily just 4. Centered, we have a unique region because we are split by the Mississippi River. So we have 2 totally different political climates, Iowa being on the west side of the river, Illinois being on the east. And we're joined by 3 bridges. Moline, Rock Island, Illinois, Bettendorf, Iowa, and Davenport, Iowa are the quote-unquote Quad Cities. But the MSA reaches out much broader into East Moline, Hampton, Silvis, Coal Valley on the Illinois side, on the Iowa side, LeClaire, Eldridge. We're much broader than just Moline, Rock Island, Bettendorf, and Davenport. But it's a neat area. I've lived here all my life. I don't see a difference, but there's definitely people that have lived and grown up on the Illinois side that won't go to the Iowa side, and vice versa. They can get a little territorial once in a while. Okay. So the Quad Cities is known for John Deere, predominantly. Everybody knows John Deere and the green and yellow brand. One of our largest employers and just a great supporter to the community. We have an Arconic plant here as well. We have a military institution, the Rock Island Arsenal. Some of the really cool, exciting stuff that happens here. We have a PGA golf tournament that is sponsored by John Deere, the John Deere Classic. July 4th weekend, we'll have some of the best golfers in the world. I think there's at least 8 committed golfers right now in the top 50 in the world that will be playing in the John Deere Classic. So we've got a lot of stuff going on like that.